Hey guys, welcome back to the Guitar Max channel, and I hope you are all having a fantastic hair day. So do you want the classic looks and ergonomic superiority of a Fender Jazzmaster, but you don't have very much money to spend and maybe you want a more modern pickup arrangement? Well, that described me basically when I saw the Monoprice Indio OS20. This is a modern, very budget-friendly take on a Fender Jazzmaster, and this particular model ditches the old P90 pickups and uses a humbucker single-single arrangement. Now, I'll get into the specs in a second here, but the thing that really caught my attention about this guitar is that you can go on Amazon.com and buy it for only about $240, or you can go on the Monoprice website and buy it for about $150. I'm not really sure why there's such a big price difference there. It looks like both listings include a gig bag, and it appears to be the same guitar, but there's almost a $100 price difference depending on where you buy it. I mean, even at $240, this is a pretty good deal, but at $150, it's just ridiculous. Okay, now aside from the price being awesome, the other thing that I want to mention on this guitar is how much I love the body shape. This body shape is actually one of my favorites from all the different sort of traditional or classic guitar designs. The reason is because of the body shape and because of this, this upper horn kind of extending out here, it makes the guitar balance really, really well. And so when you're playing this guitar with the strap standing up, the neck stays in an up position, and it just naturally puts the neck in a really great position for good technique and good playing. There is absolutely no neck dive problems with this body shape. In fact, you have the opposite, neck lift, I guess. Okay, now let's talk about the specs. This is a basswood body. Obviously, there's a nice sunburst finish on this model. The neck is maple. It's a bolt-on neck. It's a 22 fret rosewood fretboard, vintage style frets on this guitar. So these are pretty small frets. That being said, they did a pretty good job leveling these frets, so I'm not getting any buzzing or any dead notes or anything like that. The shape of the neck is like a round C shape to me. It's a pretty full feeling neck, and it's a 14-inch radius on the fretboard, and of course the standard Fender 25.5-inch scale length. And for those of you that like a simple control layout, this is going to be right up your alley. All we have here, down here on the sort of the lower horn, we have a 5-way selector switch, a single volume, and a single tone. At $150, this is a really cool guitar. You can sort of think of it as a jazz master blaster. Who runs Guitar Town? Jazz Master Blaster. Leave a comment if you know what movie I'm referencing, and I will respond to all of them. Okay, now let's go ahead and get into the sound demo. Of course, there are some other things I want to talk about with this guitar, but we should go ahead and listen to how it sounds. Does it sound like it costs $150? It doesn't look like $150. I mean, this looks very, very nice. It's even got the sunburst on the back and everything. Anyway, real quick guys, if you enjoy videos like this, checking out cool, affordable guitars, and you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing right now. Okay, let's go ahead and plug this in. I'm going to plug this into my Fender GTX 100 amplifier. I'll go through a few presets in there, some classic Fender stuff, and then some more modern, higher gain tones, and we'll listen to how it sounds. Okay guys, let's talk a little bit about this guitar. So when I play this guitar, first of all, again, for a $150 guitar, this plays very, very well. Now I prefer big frets on a guitar. Big frets tend to make the guitar more responsive. Usually bending is a little easier and that kind of stuff. And these are not big frets. These are small frets on this guitar. That being said, they did a good job with the frets. I'm not, seeing any high frets. So I'm not getting any buzzing or choked notes when I do bend or anything like that. Also, if you're an old school guitar player and you got your thumb over the top of the neck and you really mash the chords down, smaller frets actually give you an advantage because it's harder to bend the notes out of tune when you're like squeezing the neck. Just because with these smaller frets, the string can't move as much before you start to hit the fretboard. On guitar necks with really big, tall frets, or of course like a scalloped fretboard, you can actually push the string down towards the fretboard so much that you bend the notes out of tune. On this guitar, with the smaller frets, you don't run that risk. Okay, now the pickups. So I'm pleasantly surprised with the pickups. They look nice because they're sort of an off-white, kind of a cream color. But they also sound pretty nice too. In particular, I really like the sound of the single coil pickups on this guitar, like the neck pickup. The bridge pickup sounds pretty good as well. The pickups in general are pretty well balanced on this guitar, but I certainly would not call them hot or high output pickups. These are pretty vintage sounding, kind of medium output. Now the other thing about the pickups is if you do want the more traditional P90 pickup arrangement with the two P90 style pickups, the company does have this same guitar, but with that other pickup arrangement. That's not really, like for me, I always like to have a humbucker, especially in the bridge, and sort of a more Strat type pickup arrangement like this guitar has. So this particular model is really good for me. But if you do want that sort of more traditional style, they have that available. The other thing that's great about the guitar, especially for the price, is they include a pretty nice gig bag with it. So, you've got the guitar and the gig bag, 150 bucks. I mean, that's just like a crazy good price for this. Now, spec-wise, the only thing I haven't really mentioned here is the bridge on this guitar. This is just a traditional vintage style Strat type bridge. I don't really like them, to be honest. But that's just a personal preference. But I mean, obviously, this is the kind of bridge that you would expect to find on a guitar like this. So there's nothing weird about it. Okay, but guys, let me know what you think of this guitar down in the comment section below. And in particular, what do you guys think of the body shape on this guitar? Again, these guitars balance really, really well, but do you like how the body shape looks? I kind of like it, to be honest. I mean, it does have a, a vintage look, kind of a 60s vibe to it, but I dig it. So I will put a couple of links down in the video description below for where you can get this guitar. Now, Monoprice did send me this guitar, so I want to give them a big thanks and big shout out. But I don't really know what the difference is between the Amazon listing and the Monoprice listing. It's possible that they're shipped from different warehouses or something like that. But again, it's a pretty substantial price difference between those two listings, which I believe are selling an identical product. Okay, now I also want to give a big shout out to the Backing Tracks by Tim channel, which made the backing track that I was playing to in the intro there. I will also have a link for my new instructional program, my social media, all that fun stuff. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you soon.